welcome to another episode of Marchese and Buller with me, William, Gary.
Hello.
And today we want to talk about something that we've discussed partially in the past, might have had not too good a reception with it. Discussed it again, someone commented on it, and we just want to clear up what the subject's about. It's basically about positivity.
I'd say that generally speaking, I'm quite a positive person. I'm a positive thinker. You know, you yourself have had times in your life where when things haven't been going so good, and you know, everyone goes through these like life-changing things when a family member passes or someone's very ill. And I think the power of positive thinking can do a world of good, but I think it's also got to be laced with a sprinkle of realism. Mm-hmm. Being realistic about things. That's generally sort of my philosophy on the whole positive thinking thing.
What you said before, you know, I understood what you were saying. It could be misconstrued, and you know, because like you said, there's so many people out there. They're living in a world where that they've constructed, and that is actually a mental disorder as well, where you can be too positive. But now that's not saying don't be positive, because it can also make you. It can push you to do things, you know. And I'm of the type that I like to be positive to make me, you know, to push me to do that next project or to write the next story. But like you said, don't take it to the point where you're thinking everything is just going to be perfect and that you're going to win all the time and stuff, because you have to be a realist, you know. And
that's the laced with realism. And there's the old saying, if you fail to prepare, then prepare to fail. You know, you can't just go out there blindly hoping that things are going to go your way. You've got to work for things, and you have to be realistic and honest with yourself. Otherwise, like you say, you're just going to be faced with disappointment, and then you're forced with the whole trying to build this positive wall again, and you're just being deluded then.
Yeah. Like there's also a saying, if you're, I don't know if you're Catholic or if it's a saying that goes around where God helps those who help themselves, right?
Yeah.
But what that means is you can't just go and pray and think that things are going to magically happen. You have to actually go out there and do them, and then, you know, then they'll happen. But it's just like the whole thing. If you think it, it will happen. You know, if you can imagine something or you have an idea, you can make it happen because you're going to put the energy into it. You already did the first thing. Now you have to just follow through and you know, put the energy. And it's true, because if you are too positive and you just, you know, just don't think about the consequences, you're going to be more destroyed when things go bad, first of all. And second of all, you're going to have a misconstrued view of how the world works, you know.
I mean, make no mistake about it. I'm sure you're the same. Criticism and rejection builds you. You know, as writers, our whole lives are built around rejection. I receive 1, 2, 3 rejections a week. You know, and it's character building. You can't win all, like I say, you cannot win all the time. You have to be realistic about things. And I think that, you know, if you're just positive for positivity's sake, if you're just trying to be Mr. Nice all the time or Mrs. Nice all the time, then you're just building yourself up for a world of absolute pain, and it's delusional. It's extreme end.
Yeah,
I think it's delusional.
It's just like when you send your story out to a publication and they don't edit it or they don't do anything. They just put it in the publication.
Yeah,
it's not doing you a favor. You know, it's
no.
You can be positive all you want, but when you put it out there, you may look like you don't know what you're doing.
Well, yeah, I've got stories out there myself that have just been put out there by publications, unedited, and I really regret that now. You know, I look back at it and go, oh, right, yeah. At the time, it felt good just because it was an acceptance. With hindsight, maybe a little bit of tough love might have been better, or at least some edits.
Just a little, a little tough nudge.
yeah, just a little push in the direction. I'm not a horrible, negative person. I'm a very positive person, but I don't believe in belittling for the sake of belittling. I don't believe in bullying. I do not believe in mocking people and that kind of negativity. When I'm talking about being overly positive is a bad thing, I mean, as you said, a delusional positivity. You know, we're not going to talk about anything negative because, you know, it's all positive. You know, it's almost like that episode of The Twilight Zone. I don't know if you've ever seen it, you know, the 1960s, where you got the kid and all the family around him. I can't remember what it was called now. The episode, it's absolutely
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, there's this kid, and the whole family have to be nice to him all the time. And if they're not nice to him, he's got these abilities to change things. Like he turns his dad into a jack-in-the-box and stuff like that.
Yes.
Oh, it's going to annoy me. We'll have to put in the show notes what it was called.
And he was watching TV or something, and they were all scared.
Yeah. I think it was actually remade in the 80s. Twilight Zone.
I think so.
The movie. But it's just like that. It's just weird and delusional, and you've got to have that positive. You've got to have a positive outlook, have that sort of that dash of cynicism, and you've got to have that dash of realism, because otherwise people don't take you seriously. People think this guy's a yo-yo.
Yeah.
It's like when my mum was ill, I could see she was not going to get better. I was positive. I shielded quite a lot of things from my other half and my kids, or my kid at the time. But at the same time, you're realistic about these things, and it's not going to end good. You just sort of you cope. And you have to be mentally strong and mentally positive.
Yeah.
But that is completely different than to say, you're going to review people's books and only be positive about them, because no one's going to take you seriously.
Yeah. You don't believe in the whole belittling of people, but like we horse around with each other. So with your people, like you'll make fun of me. You'll say something about maybe something I wrote or something, or we just know we're joking. It's not like we're trying to do it to hurt each other. And stuff like that.
No, we do, and that's just sort of kind-hearted sort of ribbing, and it's just one of the many building blocks when you become friends with someone. You sort of work out what you think is okay to discuss in front of them and what isn't, and you just sort of push boundaries a little bit when you get to know someone, don't you? And you know what works and what doesn't. Yeah. But we know that we can just sort of rib each other. We always do, on here.
So on that note, be positive and don't be unrealistic, and we will see you on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And leave your comments in the section below, or on Twitter, or anyone you want to, just let us know what you think. Do you think we went too far? Do you think that we're right on target? Do you have any, experience with this issue? Let us know.
I mean, at the end of the day, we're all grown-ups here, If do you have any problems with what we said? Do you agree with what we say? Do you think we're taking it to the extreme? We genuinely love to hear from you. I mean, a little bit of a shout out before we go to Leo. Yes. Leo X Robertson, friend of the show. He listens to us semi-regularly, and we're really pleased about that. He sometimes agrees with us, he sometimes disagrees with us. He comments, and it's fantastic. So if Leo's watching this again, thank you very much.
Yeah, and we really appreciate it. We listen to his show too, Losing the Plot.
Where he Losing the Plot is fantastic.
He goes off and talks to authors about things other than their stories. I mean, he goes, he talks about their stories in writing too, but it's like, that's why it's called Losing the Plot. They go kind of what we do.
But what I like about Leo is he's got the feeling of two men sat in a room, and it's, the lights are out, and it's just sort of two people talking, shooting the proper, and it gets quite deep sometimes as well. I mean, the one with I think with A.A. Medina, he gets really deep in it, about his family and Leo has a way of sort of pulling that out of you, So it's a fantastic show. So give it a listen.
It's all with Marchese. It's all with Marchese and Paul.
I don't believe I don't believe in people. Cut. I lost my train of thought then. What was I saying? I said something about belittling.
You don't believe in belittling people. Gary had says he believes. I'll let you tell everybody.
Positivity. What was it going to say?
This Zevia break is.
Shit. What we're gonna? Sorry, we might have to edit this. What we're gonna talk about positivity?
You're gonna say
The bloopers reel is gonna be like
expanding. Stop recording.
Remind me.
That I don't know. See, people, these are not scripted. These are just off the wing. We just go from the cuff, which I don't even have one.
Oh, positivity.
You were saying that things aren't, as Rocky said in Rocky 5, I believe, that things aren't all sunshine and rainbows. That you can't always, And Gary, what do you have a way of pulling out of? Oh, you know what? Every time you do those things, it takes like an extra 5 to 10 minutes to make those digitalizations to block it out.
Right up there.
Jesus. Can you believe it? Come on, what do you believe? What do you think?
He's not happy with that.
Oh, there we go. Turn on. This is brought to you by Zevia.
And Golden Goose.
Oh, is it?
Golden Goose.
Was that from last week?
No, it's a different one. This one, it's only 3.8% by volume.
Ooh.
The Golden Goose Ale has been traditionally craft brewed using 100% British barley and Target Challenger and Golding hops to deliver a refreshing, full-bodied flavour.
Golden what?
So, golden and full-bodied flavour.
Oh, I thought you said something else instead of
Golden
hops.
shower.
Golden. And 100% gooses. Geeses. Juices.
Nice. Yeah, it's a nice drink. Yeah. It's not going to get you drunk though, but it's nice.
Well, on that note, everybody be positive and not to a point where you're cut.